Amandla! Amandla! Matimba! Matimba! Matla! Matla! Manda! Manda! Ay, aniphathi kahle. Ndichiri manda. Riphendula rari ashu. Manda. Manda. Dumelang. Sanbonani. Molweni. Riperile. Dimadekwana. I can smell rain, but I can also smell victory. I can touch victory. I can see victory coming. Forward to victory, forward. Forward to victory, forward. Comrades and friends, a month ago we gathered in Tshwane. We gathered to launch the ANC's local government manifesto. We said to our people that we are going to do better and that we will be better and that we will work together with all our people to build better communities. Since then, ANC leaders, yourselves as members and volunteers have gone from door to door across the nation. You have touched the hearts of South Africans in many, many ways. We have walked the streets of our country and the pathways of our country and the roads of our country. The rain that's coming down are the blessings. That is a clear sign that victory is coming. We know in our culture and traditions that when it rains, when you have a nice occasion, it means luck, it means good fortune, and it means success. This is what is happening to the African National Congress. We are going to emerge victorious from this election. In every village, in every town, in every city, in every township, as well as in every informal settlement, we have spoken to our people. We have heard their concerns, and we have also heard their hopes and aspirations. We've also heard their desires for better communities and their dream of a better life for themselves and their families. Comrades, it seems like even Providence is on our side, because with this type of rain, it just spells victory for the African National Congress. Comrades, during this period, we have heard about all the things that the ANC has done to improve the lives of our people. We have heard about the houses that have been built, and I have seen them. I've been throughout the whole country. I have seen what we have done. We have also seen impoverished communities. We have seen how electricity and how running water have been a great problem amongst our people. But we have also seen many other things that were done by the African National Congress. We've also heard about the joy on our people's faces, the old ladies, the old tatas, as they have spoken glowingly about what the African National Congress has done to change their lives around. So, comrades, we have been around and we have touched the pulse of our people, and through this election, our people are hoping that the African National Congress will emerge victorious. But we have also heard about the great difficulties that our people are experiencing. We have heard how our people, families, are having to deal with hunger, are having to deal with poverty every day. And we've also heard about the problem that our people are experiencing by being unemployed. We've also seen how many of our people live in informal settlements without basic services. Comrades, we've also heard about crime and violence, particularly violence against women and girls in our country. Many communities have been able to tell us about all these challenges. Comrades, yes, as we have been through the country, we have been able to hear our people. Our people are saying they want the basic needs that they have to be met so that they can have a decent life. As we have gone through the country, people have raised these issues very clearly, very fearlessly. And let me say, comrades, sometimes they've raised them in anger. They have sometimes been critical of our performance in local government. They have complained about our councillors that they say are absent from time to time amongst them. They've also complained about municipal officials who do not respond to their needs. We have heard, comrades, about the ANC's own weaknesses and shortcomings. People are critical of the ANC because they know that the ANC listens, and they know that the ANC is in a better position than any other party in this country to improve their lives. This they have said very clearly, that only the ANC can improve their lives, and they have told us that the ANC belongs to them and to the people of South Africa. And they say they love the ANC, but that they've also said they want to see us correcting our mistakes and fixing the problems of local government. The people, comrades, see that the ANC has the will and the ability to make a change. They see that the ANC is sincere about its own renewal, and that it has made important progress in rebuilding the movement to better serve the people. And they have seen the steps that we have been taking to renew the African National Congress after the 54th conference gave us a clear mandate to renew the African National Congress. Forward with unity, forward. Forward with renewal, forward. Our people are saying, since that conference, they want to see their ANC getting better and better and becoming an ANC of O.R. Tambo, of Nelson Mandela, of Mama Winnie Madikizela Mandela, of Mamu Albertina Sisulu, Dorothy Nyembe, Lillian Ngoyi, Joe Slovo, Chris Hani, the ANC of John Langalebale Letube, of Albert Lutuli. They want the ANC to return to the same integrity that it had when our forebears were running the African National Congress. Comrades, we know that things often seem worse before they get better. And sometimes there are storms, there's darkness before the dawn, before the sun rises. And we must never be discouraged. And we want our people to continue to trust this glorious organization called the African National Congress, because it is their movement. We have experienced, yes, some moments of difficulties in the ANC where our efforts to renew ourselves have met resistance, have been unsettling, and have sometimes increased tensions amongst us. As the ANC, we are determined, comrades. Barata kapa barati. We are going to stay the course. We are going to renew this glorious organization and make it an organization that is fit to serve the people of our country. And we are going to work harder and with greater determination to correct our mistakes and to build a better South Africa. Comrades, as we have moved throughout the country, we have been humbled by the approach of our people, and we have humbled ourselves. We have gone throughout the country and told our people what our mistakes have been. And let me tell you something. As it is in our African cultures, when you admit your mistakes, our people have been understanding and forgiving. Wherever we have gone, we have said, these are the mistakes we have made, and they say, President, we understand, and yes, we accept what you are saying, we forgive, and we want you to continue serving our people through the local government councillors that you are putting before us. Comrades, yes, we are going to correct our shortcomings. We know that change is difficult, that fixing mistakes is much harder and more demanding than making them. Over the last 2 years, we've been working to implement the clear mandate of renewal, of unity and rebuilding. Yes, and let it be clear. Let us be clear about this. While the efforts to renew both the ANC and society may be difficult, while sometimes we may experience dark days, there is no going back. There is no going back on the path that we have chosen. And nobody, whoever they are, is going to turn us back on the path that the conference gave us to take. We therefore need to be strong. We need to be firm. We need to do this. These are the blessings. These are the blessings. Amandla. Amandla. These are the blessings that we are being showered with. So, comrades, let's accept these as blessings rather than as distractions. We are being blessed. We are being cleansed as well. Comrades, we need to do this to renew and rebuild and reposition our movement, because we know that only an organization with a proven track record in building a non-racial, non-sexist, and democratic society can ensure that we complete the process of fundamental social and economic transformation that we have started. It is only an ANC type of organization, and there is only one ANC. And this is the African National Congress of Albert Luthuli. As we approach these tasks, we understand the pressure that migration from the rural areas to the urban centers puts on infrastructure as well as services, how it fuels the growth of informal settlements and increases competition for scarce resources. This means that we need to plan better, to direct resources more effectively, and intensify our efforts to create economic opportunities both in our rural areas as well as in our urban areas. We all appreciate the devastating impact of COVID-19 on our economy and on our society. Our efforts, yebo ngizoza kuma 350 khona manje. Amanda. I can tell you something. Our people love the 350. Now, I've been telling them, I've been saying to them, comrades, I know this 350 has helped millions of our people, and we are going to see how best we can continue alleviating poverty amongst our people. I know they want the 350 to continue, I know that. We are going to look at that with the little resources that we have, because we have to balance many things. But we will see, as we craft the budget for next year, we will see what we do in this regard. Comrades, what I have been saying to our people is that we are going to turn our local government around, and we are going to have a local government that we are going to be proud of, because we are deploying people, young people, women and men who are experienced, young people who are energetic, women who are clear in their heads what needs to be done to improve the lives of our communities. So, Maspalabe too, they are going to be a lot better than what we have had in the past years. We are going to make sure. Comrades, we are also going to make sure that as we work on improving our economy, we will ensure that the local economy at the local government level becomes economies that are going to work for our people so that we can have inclusive growth in our local areas. We are going to tell our councillors that they must create a conducive climate in our municipalities to make sure that investors can come to our local municipalities and invest. We are also going to be saying we should direct more resources for local development to ease the pressure on various services, be it health services, be it other facilities that we have in our local areas. So, comrades, wherever I've been going, I've also been calling, I've not only been doing electioneering, but I've also been calling on our people to go and vaccinate. So, comrades, one of the things that we have also done, you know, when you look at the elements of our renewal, the elements of our renewal have had to do with how we choose our candidates, getting our communities to choose our candidates, because that brings our communities closer to our candidates, but it also brings the ANC closer to our people. You will see for yourselves how our people are going to come out in their thousands and millions to vote for the African National Congress, because we are the only ones who have allowed our people to speak, to elect their own councillors. That in itself has been a key element of our renewal, demonstrating to our people that the ANC listens. We are not going to impose people to be candidates to our people. We are going to allow them to choose those candidates, and that they will then run for positions under the banner of the African National Congress. One of the other things that we have done, we got our candidates to sign pledges, and commit themselves that they are not going to be corrupt, to commit themselves that they are going to work for our communities, to commit themselves that they are not going to work for themselves and their friends and their relatives. That is exactly what we have done. No other party has done that. Only the African National Congress. Now, another key element of our renewal is to say that we are going to get young people. We brought young people who are well educated. Most of them are well educated. Barutegile, banalidi degree, banalidi masters, and kibona barikloba kenyang in our municipalities. And we are the only ones who will have as much as 46% women representatives in our municipalities. You show me any other party that has done that. No other party. And you know, comrades, we could also be the only ones in the whole world. That is how the ANC moves. That is how we roll. That is us. Comrades, we've also said We are going to talk less and do more. Because through these candidates, we are going to get down to work. As soon as they are elected, they are going to be inducted, they are going to be trained, we are going to cook them. They must know exactly what it means to work for our people and what it means to focus on improving the lives of our people. So through the pledges that they have made, I am certain, comrades, that they are going to be able to report to our communities regularly. And we have said they must now know that our people will expect them to come back and report regularly. Comrades, even when we cannot solve problems, or where we will take time to meet our people's expectations, councillors must continue to be with our people and they must continue to be accountable. We will not accept councillors who are going to run away from problems. We will not accept councillors who, after election, will suddenly move away from our communities. We want our councillors, yes, to experience the challenges that our people are going through and to know what their problems are. As the ANC, this is another issue of the renewal process that we are going through. As the ANC, we are going to monitor the effectiveness of each councillor. Repeat, each councillor, we are going to monitor them and put them under a microscope to see whether they are indeed going to perform as they have pledged. It is for that reason that Comrade Jesse Duarte, the Acting Secretary General, launched the performance monitor to monitor the performance of our local councillors. Just as we have changed the way that we select candidates, we have also changed the way in which we choose our mayors. Our mayors are now going to be chosen in a special way. You don't need to be popular, and you don't need to be a handsome or a beautiful person to be a mayor. We now want mayors who will demonstrate to us that they can perform and that they put the interests of our people before their own interests. We want to ensure that those who occupy the most important leadership position in our councils are worthy to the task. We want leaders in municipalities with a solid track record of service, who also understand local government and who have the competencies required to lead and to deliver, and not only to toi-toi and to sing. Earlier this week, as I was saying, the Acting Secretary General launched the ANC Local Government Barometer, which will be published quarterly, where we will be able to see exactly the performance of our local government representatives. The ANC Local Government Barometer will provide comrades an update on whether we are keeping to the commitments that we have made in our manifesto. So it is going to track our own performance, and we will be able to be honest and very direct to our people. It will provide an overview of the state of local government and outline the specific actions that we will be taking to address the challenges that we identify. Comrades, this is part, as I was saying, of our commitment to be more accountable and to be more responsive. This is part of our renewal process, as directed by our conference. Changes to the Local Government Municipalities Structures Act, which will come into effect on election day, places far greater emphasis on the conduct of councillors and imposing harsher consequences for wrongdoing. One of our priorities is to improve the quality and the capabilities of officials in municipalities. We will therefore speedily conclude the process. We will conclude the process of carrying out a local government skills audit and change the way in which municipal managers, in which chief financial officers and other senior officials are appointed. So our renewal process is not only for elected representatives, it is also for our officials. There can be no jobs for pearls anymore in our local government. That era is finished. It is finished and clear. Local government officials must be able to do their work with undue political interference. And this is also to us as public representatives, because yes, at times we get tempted to interfere politically, and we say we want local government officials not to feel under undue political influence or interference. Ultimately, the success of all these efforts, comrades, depends on building partnerships at local government level. Just as we brought social partners together to develop the economic reconstruction and recovery plan to rebuild the country in the wake of COVID-19, so too must we build social compacts in each and every area in the country. These social compacts, comrades, should bring together our councillors, our local businesses, our unions, our traditional leaders, our religious organizations, civil society, sporting organizations, cultural organizations, and our communities, so that we can together address the challenges our people face and to build local economies that will create jobs and sustain businesses. It is at local level where the recovery and transformation of our economy will take place. This means that we must maintain local infrastructure. We must provide reliable and consistent services. It also means that we must clean up our towns, our villages, our areas where we live. For I have seen the filth in our areas of living. South Africa must now begin a clean-up campaign. We must clean our towns. And they must be towns and villages and cities that we must be proud of. But it also means that in creating a climate for investment, we must remove regulations that hamper economic growth and use municipal procurement to ensure a market for local and small medium enterprises. We will make sure that all qualifying households receive the free basic services to which they are entitled. We will tackle the problem of electricity supply at a national level by continuing to work, yes, with Eskom to ensure that the generation capacity is stabilized. But we will also, at the local level, want to ensure that there is investment in distribution of electricity and generation as well, also by independent power producers. And I should say, comrades, we want to strengthen local government so that all these services are properly delivered. We also want to make sure that we improve that these services can be properly delivered. The African National Congress must renew itself so that it can enable all these services to be properly delivered to our people. And the ANC has the capability to be able to do that. And that is why we must work together to ensure that we address all these challenges. And so we ask you, the people of our country, to vote for the African National Congress. We ask the people of South Africa to go to the polls on Monday and go and vote for this organization that has brought so much change in our country, so that as it is renewing itself, it is able to unite the people of our country. And therefore, we ask our people collectively, and let me tell you this, comrades, our people have already given me a clear indication of how they are going to vote. And it is for that reason that I can smell victory. I can almost touch victory. I can feel the victory surrounding us. And that is why I am saying, yes, let us go out and vote for the African National Congress. The ANC has presented itself to the people of our country. This is a renewing ANC. It is renewing itself. It is cleansing itself. It is rebuilding itself. It is repositioning itself. It is redirecting itself. And it is showing the way forward. And this is the African National Congress that our people want to see. We are on a march. We are on a forward march to serve the people of South Africa. Yes, with distinction, with humility, and with total commitment. We therefore ask the people of our country, yes, to join us in building communities where everyone feels safe in their homes, on their streets, where everyone has a decent house, where everyone has reliable electricity, where everyone has clean water and sanitation. We ask you to join us in building thriving communities that are close to the economic opportunities, where local traders can operate freely, where people can start their own businesses, where schools are well run and clinics are well staffed and properly equipped. Yes, we ask you to join us in building cities and towns with safe and reliable public transport, where the streets are clean and properly maintained, where there are sports facilities for children and facilities for the elderly and disabled people. We are asking you, the people of South Africa, to give us a mandate to rebuild and renew this country's cities, towns, villages, and rural areas. On the 1st of November, I ask you to vote for better communities. And I've been saying to many of our people, let us all, on the 1st of November, wake up early in the morning to go and vote. It has been declared a holiday. We will rest after voting. And I ask you all to vote for renewal, to vote yes for this South Africa that we are in the process of rebuilding. And it is for that reason that I say vote for the African National Congress on the 1st of November. Amandla! Amandla! Forward to victory, forward. Forward to victory, forward. Niyabasabana. Niyabasabana. Amandla. Thank you, comrades.
Amor!